What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Christopher Bean with Tactical Advantage, and today we're going to run through a couple iterations of the ASP 10-round skill check with a client, Will Hatfield.
Today's video was brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
All right, folks, so one thing, I just got done with my friend Will doing like a private session, and one thing I noticed, I really run into two kinds of shooters. One section of shooters has a technical issue that's mechanical in nature, and the other half basically has a mental hurdle that changes the way they shoot. Will actually fell into the hurdle where he's actually creating issues with his shooting that are not mechanically related, they're mentally related. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I think it's performance or the want to perform that causes people to do things a little bit differently, creates anxiety, things like that. So we're gonna run a 10-round skill check, which is a very short course of fire, and we're gonna compare that data and get Will's input on how that kind of felt for him. And we'll walk through and we'll just see what the data tells us. So here we go. If you're unfamiliar, the ASP 10-round skill check basically has 3 courses of fire. You're going to have a draw to first shot. You're going to do that 2 times. The next iteration will be 2 to the head box or the head alpha. And then the last would be 6 to the alpha, the large alpha in the body. I'll walk you through every one of those as we go. But for you guys on the camera, I want you to be very keen on language I'm using as we're prepping to go through this. And we'll just understand what those results are and how that impacts the shooter and how your self-talk may be impacting you. So the first thing we're gonna do, Will, and they come on this side, is we're going to have a draw to alpha.
Yep.
And I want you to go as fast as you possibly can. I want you to understand that you're a predator and that's prey, and I want you to go as fast as you can.
Yep.
So you can preload, get ready now. Get angry at it if you need to, but that's really what I want. I want you to go as hard and as fast as you can because we want to get the highest possible score as you can, and everyone's watching.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Got it.
Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, draw fire 1 to alpha. Stand by. Okay, holster up, thank you. All right, same thing, but more. Same thing,
Yep.
more. It matters. Do you understand?
Got it.
Stand by. More. 2 to the head on this iteration. So we're going to draw, fire 2 to head alpha. Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go 6 to alpha. And what I'm really interested in seeing on this one is not slowing down through the course of fire. If that gun's out and it's ready, I need you to go.
Yeah.
Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Stand by. Okay. That's all right, so now we've gotten through the first one. Now we're gonna change the mental state here. As we kind of talked through that, we wanted to induce tension, right? We really talked about it, and that's the thing in our private lesson that we really A lot of that time, that manifests internally. So I'm just trying to play the inner you, right? So we're going to move away from that. We're going to get more into the kind of the state that we want to be, which is neutral or ambivalent, and allow the shooting that you subconsciously already know how to do to happen. Does this make sense?
Yes.
So we really want to shift our gears back to neutral. And everything about what I'm going to try to do is to help you get there, but you already know how to do this, right? We just have to see if it happens. So with that, we are back to draw, fire 1.
Right.
So really at this point, all we need to do is make sure we see what we would like to see before we send the shot and get the result that we're anticipating by allowing the gun to do that, right? And allowing our body to do that. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, stand by. Here we go. Okay. All right. All's well in the world? There you go. There you go. Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. All right, so now we're going to draw and fire 2 to the head alpha. And this is the same thing before. Allow the gun to come to where your eyes are focused on. When we talked about earlier, we've created a focus point. Just allow the gun to go there and let it do its job once it gets there, right? Does that make sense? Oh, good. There we go. All right, stand by. Ooh, doggy. That split was a 20 to the head. All right, so now it's going to be draw and fire 6. Draw and fire 6. And again, with this one now, the initial run we were talking about, hey, you have to maintain that pace. This, you're maintaining visual focus, not trying to influence the mechanics of it. Just allow the mechanics to happen, right? So draw, fire 6. Are you ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to, we'll just reload and we'll do that one again. I knew that was coming and I kind of did you dirty because I was gonna tell you to reload before we got to that.
Thanks, Chris.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It happens.
No worries.
Can't cry over spilled milk.
Yeah.
All right. Smiling is nice. Are you ready, buddy? Here we go. There we go. All right. All right. So now we have some data that we can crunch. And Neil's doing the math for me, everybody.
It was a 63 was the first one.
Okay.
.9.
Let's just say 75. So that's 10, 11, 12. All right, so. Nice job, Will.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about that. And I know the internet's gonna say, well, that's woo-woo, kung fu magic. But the whole point, come on in, Will. The whole point I'm trying to say is how you're dealing with a shooting problem mentally matters. How you're creating your ability to handle a problem matters. So when we're just mildly inducing stress with just words, we see a degradation of performance. Now, you're doing that to yourself. All shooters do, depending on the situation, all the time. But once we slow that thought process down and we actually kind of allow the shooting to happen without the go, we saw a 12-point increase. You guys just watched the shooting happen. And I think if you really pay attention to the video, you'll notice different mannerisms, less tension in the shooting, a better result, faster times, less work. That's the gist of it. That's the gist of mental management and shooting. So with that, Will, dude, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Good job, dude. And Will's a friend of the channel. I'm so humbled to be able to work with him. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
And well played, man. 75 is a serious score. All right, with that, I will see you guys next time.